What's up, guys? It's Seajayfour, and welcome to episode 2 on Shadowcraft. That's right, the server has a name now. Okay, so a bit of an update. I have been hard at work. Lots of stuff has been happening on the server since the last episode. A ton of stuff has happened in the past week. As you can see, I'm a little more fancy than I was last week. You guys are probably wondering why I have this British flag on my shield, and that's because there was kind of a war in the past week. It all started because the owner of the server was doing a scavenger hunt, so he hid 10 chests all the way around the world in the nether and stuff, and they had lots of good stuff that some of the stuff which we might not be able to have right now since we've got our world border up. As you can see, my elytra is one of them. Also, there were some weapons with good enchantments, such as my trident, which has Unbreaking 5 and Riptide 5, which you can't get normally. But there was also a dungeon which players had to complete, and there were two special sets of armor in there. There was the Templar set, which I have one of them, and there was the King set. But there were two sets of King's armor, so the owners of the King's armor, Cowdog Friends and Chili the Eevee, decided they were going to start a war. So they started recruiting people, and Cowdog Friends didn't have a single person on his side. It was rather pathetic. I'll link the video in the description, but he accidentally hit someone on our team's cat, and the castle he was building over here was burned down. So we had a ceasefire, he hit someone's cat, and they burned down his castle. And that was the end of the war. All the loot boxes have been found. There's been a couple other developments, such as the mushroom has been finished, and the builder of the mushroom is actually going to sell it since we're taking down the world border in about a week. There's been a couple other bases popping up, such as this ship over here. You might have noticed the mob farm has a couple more layers that I built on. We've got a dance floor over here, as you might be able to see, and we've got all of the music discs in here, even Pigstep. I paid a full netherite ingot for this Pigstep disc, so it better be worth it, you guys who play on the server with me. I hope you're happy. You guys might be wondering what's going on with my base, and I've done a little bit of work on it. You guys might have seen earlier that I did the pond down here. I've got some grass and sugarcane and it looks all nice. And my favorite part's this enchanting area here. We've got some floating bookshelves and then a void of glass going down. It's pretty neat. And it gives max level enchantments. Pretty cool, I think. I've also been busy mining and I've got quite a few diamonds. I've got actually a set of diamond armor over here, but I'm going to wait to enchant that. The main thing I want to do in this episode is build a gold farm, and the farm I have in mind is designed by Logical Geek Boy. If you don't know who he is, go check him out. I'll link him in the description. He's got a lot of great farms. He knows the ins and outs of mechanics. So let's get started on that. I want to set up a monopoly so that people can pay me so many diamonds so that I can be the richest person on the server. So I actually have been busy gathering up all the stuff I need. I've got magma blocks. I actually had people donate, so the people who donated are allowed to use the farm. It's that simple. So as you guys can see up here, I have made a hole in the bedrock so it's easily accessible. I'm probably going to end up taking this portal down because I don't like where it's at. So we're going to start off this farm by placing some double chests just for our storage system. Placing chests are such a pain sometimes. After we've got our chest down, we're going to stick a bunch of hoppers into the back. So let's get those out. make a bit of a hopper floor here where the piglins can fall and die. Perfect. Yes. What a landing. Oh, perfect. Now we have an actual platform up here. It's not really very fun being able to not stand up here. So I'm going to build up this first platform, and I'm also going to build up a glass roof over it, and I'll be back with you guys when I'm done. Okay, so this level right here, that was a pain to build. It was so slow because I can't not crouch or else I'll die to the magma blocks. It's really annoying. But it also turned out I didn't have enough glass to be able to do this, so I had to go and smelt up some more, and as you can see, I don't have that much left. But I've got plenty of magma blocks, so that's that layer done, and we can move on to the next one. See how slow this is? Man. So I need to get down a little farther. That looks about right. Okay, so I'm just going to build this up the same way I built up the last one. And that goes for all these platforms. So as you guys can see, the gold farm is complete. We've got all 5 of our layers, and here's our system down here to collect things. We'll head up to the AFK spot up here and we can see how many drops we're getting. Check this out. Look at all those piglins going in there. You can see we've got piglins spawning over there, all over the place, and they're all just going into the hole. It gets tons of drops, so many drops. I'm gonna AFK here for about a minute and we'll see how many drops we've got. Alright, so our piglins have been going in for about a minute, so wow, this farm is crazy. Let's go check the drops. Look at all of them. There's so many of them. They're all just dying right there. Alright, look at all these drops we've gotten in just like a couple, like 1 minute basically. It's a pretty crazy farm. Huge thanks to Cowdog Friends for helping me put this together. It was kind of a pain putting together those magma block platforms there, but we got it done. And now we've got a nice gold farm. I might at some point try and do an actual storage system so that it like sorts through the nuggets and rotten flesh and maybe gets rid of some of the rotten flesh. But I think it's good for now. I might end up turning it into a different kind of gold farm so that we can farm XP also. But for now, I think it's fine. I also want to try and get an actual XP farm going because for some reason I thought that gold farm was going to get me XP. I don't know why. Kind of a small brain move. So the thing that's going to be getting me XP is I'm going to get a furnace system going. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to create, I think, a zero-tick bamboo and a couple zero-tick cactus farms. And I'm going to have them feeding into furnaces so that I can store the XP and maybe grab some of the XP whenever I want so that I can mend my tools and get up to level 30 because that's a big priority right now. I need to get enchants on both my tools and my diamond armor because as you can see, my diamond shovel is almost broken and I don't really want to waste diamonds fixing it. I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's only 1 diamond, but I'd rather just not have to worry about it. I'm also planning on getting a different kind of mob farm going once we open up the border because that one is not really efficient at all. Even though I've added more layers on top of it, it's not a very great design. I will probably go with a different design. I might do creeper only because I've got plenty of bones. lying around, and we've got that skeleton spawner if I need bones. And if it comes down to it, I'll just buy bones from someone. I've got plenty of diamonds to go around. I've also got some wither skeleton skulls just for when I'm ready to fight the wither. I'm not going to fight it right now. And you can see all my music discs from trying to get the music disc for the community vibe zone. I've also got tons of mini blocks since me and Shadow King, well, actually he changed his name. It's now Gold Umbra. Since we have a trade deal going on, we have been giving each other half the mini blocks that we get from wandering traders, and we have many mini blocks for decoration. I kind of like that. Many mini blocks. Many mini blocks. Say that 5 times fast. Many mini blocks, many mini blocks, many mini blocks. On another note, I've got my personal music disc collection. It's just missing Pig Step. I might try and go find that when the world border opens up. And then also player heads and mob heads I've got in here. I've got some of my player heads, some other people's player heads. I've got a piglin head, creeper, zombie, skeleton, tropical fish, and squid heads. So I'll keep you guys updated as that progresses, as well as the mini blocks. I have too much wood to fit in here. Why did I get so much wood? That was a big mistake. I don't know what to do with all of this. Maybe I put these buttons in my redstone chest. Oh yeah, all this redstone stuff. I got a ton of this from the scavenger hunt that we did since, yeah, he actually hid one right under my base with all the redstone stuff. Must have known that redstone's my thing. I think I'm gonna get going on that XP farm. This is hour later CJ, and it turns out hour ago CJ was an idiot because hour ago CJ didn't realize that zero tick farms are no longer a thing. So there goes that monopoly. Now that I am not doing that, I guess I'll work a little more on my base. I want this pathway to continue probably down there so it's easier to get up. So I'm gonna get started on that. So it turns out I need wood, so I guess I'll go cut down some trees. But I need oak, so let's find some of that. So the first thing I want to do here is actually get some slabs there because I always end up falling down and it's very annoying. I always fall down right here and then have to go all the way up the stairs again. So hopefully that should prevent that from happening. I'm gonna have this go somewhere down there. So I'm gonna actually take down this mushroom so that I maybe have a little more room to do that. And at some point I might end up making it look a little nicer on the way up here, but not right now. And I don't know if ever because I'm planning on starting my main base kind of soon. And it's probably going to be a little ways away from here anyways. Hopefully this is going to make it a lot easier to go up and down from here down to there for other people who like don't have an elytra or trident like I do. Maybe what I'll end up doing is adding some supports here and there so that it's not just a floating bridge. None of you guys can say that that is not satisfying insta mining those mushrooms. So my little walkway, or actually it's a pretty big walkway. It's now done up to the top, and I am definitely going to add some support. I want a grand entrance going up to my base, even though the base isn't like super massive. I want it to feel like a big base that took a lot of work, because it did take a lot of work. So I want it to feel a little bigger than it actually is. That is not for now, that is for later. I think I'm going to wrap up my episode here. And I'm actually going to be gone for the next couple weeks, so the next episode won't be out for a little while. if I get this one out on time. And I think the main projects for the next episode are going to be getting an Enderman farm going for XP because my other strategy did not work at all. So that's going to happen, hopefully, since the world border will be down, or at least farther out, and hopefully we can make it to the end by then. So Enderman farm, and then the support pillars on this, maybe make it a bit fancier than just a wooden walkway. And obviously enchanting some of my gear will be nice. But that's going to be all for this episode. Hit the like, make sure you subscribe. This has been CJ4, and I will see you later. So I'm pretty happy with what I managed to do in this episode, even though it's a little bit of a shorter episode because I didn't actually get to do some of the things I wanted to do. I still got a good amount done, and I'm pretty happy with that.